31st annual Pelham Art Festival will take place this year on Mother's Day weekend.
It began as a fundraising effort. It still is a fundraising effort, but it focused on fundraising for the Pelham Library.
To date, the Art Festival has donated more than $425,000 to the town of Pelham libraries.
30 years ago, they needed a library, a new library, and we had a group of volunteers from the foundation and from the art club and some community volunteers who were interested in making a new library happen. And they got together and started a committee to raise funds, and art was a good way to raise money, and that's how it all started.
The Art Festival features over 75 artists exhibiting original works.
I'm bringing a whole new line of drawing work that has been portrayed into the media that I work with. What I work in is glass. And I take glass and I work with line and design. I draw what I do and take that over into whatever theme or idea that I can get from that. If there's a line in the glass that I think might just be a tree, it might take your eye across the picture, I'll use it.
I was born in Welland, and I've only been back in the area about 5 years. And even though I was an art educator all the time that I was away, I never had time to do any sustained painting, and that's happened since I've been back. So this is a good opportunity to meet a lot of other artists in the area, show off my work, and maybe figure out what I'm going to do next.
For artist Jane Marshall, this is her first time taking part in the Pelham Art Festival.
I have quite a number of paintings that I've done over the past couple of years. My focus up to this point has been mainly landscape. I'm really interested in finding remnants of architectural things and fitting them into the natural environment. So it's been a development, a process. And now I'm sort of swinging away from that, and I've started to do a lot of animals and their relationship with people.
Natalia Shields, a fine art photography artist, began showing her work in 2010.
In trying to figure out what it was that I was going to show, looking over my portfolio, I realized that I was spending a lot of time shooting trees and tree portraits. Both in rural settings and urban settings, in my backyard.
To celebrate Canada 150, 25 participating artists will showcase original works inspired by historical Canadian artists.
Emily Carr, throughout her career, went through some changes in approach to her art, and during the latter part of her career, she really started doing more abstract work. She portrayed the forest as a living entity. Her images showed trees that were actually almost in movement and motion. And I wanted to do that with an image of mine to sort of create the sense of a living forest, a moving forest.
For a full rundown of this year's Pelham Art Festival, visit pelhamartfestival.com. In Niagara, you're watching The Source.